Hey guys, what's up? So I'm recording this right after basically the last video. Alright, and there's people outside, so if you hear noise in the background, I can't do anything about it besides close my window, which I should. But I'm not going to, because I already started recording this video. Anyway, I want to talk about my feelings on the Game Awards that happened yesterday, and more specifically, just the nominees and my opinions and what I would have chose instead of what actually won. Now, prior to this, before it was called the Spike Video Game Awards, and this was hosted by Spike TV, where they had basically, all these people. They invited all these people, and it was very bad. It was very, very awful to say the least. It was very unprofessional. It was embarrassing, and in my honest opinion, it kind of hurt the gaming culture in a whole. Instead of celebrating, the fact that, oh, look at these great games, it kind of like degraded the whole thing, and it was just really awful. It was an embarrassment to have on our side, especially the problem is that gaming, a lot of people see as this very niche sort of thing where it's not that it's not so popular, but that the people who are driving it, the people who are celebrating, they're sitting there and huge fans of it, are these nerdy, very unattractive people, to say the least. And we have to show that it's not really about that it can be professional, it can be widely appreciated. And really, the Game Awards that were streamed, it wasn't even aired on television, it was streamed last night, really was professionally done. And in my opinion, it was very much like the Emmys, like you're watching the Emmys, where it was extremely long. It was 3 hours long instead of the traditional, I think, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Extremely long. And they actually had more content. The way that they awarded the shows and the way that just the stuff that they had overall was much more professionally presented than I guess it was previously. It was just similar to the Emmys, where here are the nominees, and the people come up, they hand them the trophy, they talk for a little bit, and they go sit back down. So it was very much like that, and I really did appreciate that. So let's talk about what won. I'm going to start from the bottom here and go up. The first category we're going to talk about is Best Online Experience. The winner was Destiny for that category, and it was competing against Hearthstone, Titanfall, Dark Souls, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, Destiny is a game that, I don't know if I reviewed Destiny or not, but it was a game that I thought was okay. I have my best friend actually is hugely into the game now. He got the game on PS4. He got the PS4 bundle, the white one that came with Destiny, just to play this on next generation console. And he got the PS4 bundle. He played it, really enjoyed it, and then when he got an Xbox One, he had friends on Xbox One that he wanted to play with, so he got the game again on Xbox One. And still to this day, he plays consistently. He takes parts in raids, and is excited for the new DLC that's coming out on December 9th. Now, me personally, I enjoyed Destiny for what it was. It was a gorgeous game. It was pretty looking. I loved the level design and everything like that. The story was very non-existent, to be honest, and didn't really make much sense. I didn't really know who I was fighting for. Why really? I did not even care. Just to say it all, I did not care at all. It was just you shooting things, and the whole game was about you shooting things. I gotta close this freaking window because it's gonna happen. Shut the fuck up. Ugh. I'm back. Alright, so Destiny was okay, in all honest opinions, but if I would have chose any of these games, Titanfall, I never played Hearthstone. Destiny, Destiny's multiplayer was actually pretty fun. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I played a few of the multiplayer. It's pretty decent. So I would have to. Also Dark Souls 2 is in there, but I never played Dark Souls 2. I would have to say Destiny would probably be my choice for Best Online Experience. It wasn't really that fantastic. The multiplayer was fun. And I have actually gone back to it like a few weeks ago before all the games started coming in. I started to go back to it, but yeah, I guess. Best Family Game. I never played any of these games. What actually won? Oh, Mario Kart 8. That's expected. Best Role-Playing Game. The winner of that category was Dragon Age Inquisition, which I know a lot of people are enjoying. I unfortunately have no interest in the game because I never played the Dragon Age game before. Not really. I looked at the gameplay, and I was just not really intrigued. I wasn't really compelled to go out and play it. I'm not into fantasy, and certainly not into the way the combat system looks. I'm more of a Mass Effect guy. You know, I love sci-fi. So, but it was competing against South Park, Divinity, Dark Souls 2, and Bravely Default. So I think, you know, again, all these games here. I never even played South Park, to be honest. I didn't even watch the show, so I never played any of those games. But Dragon Age Inquisition won Best Shooter. My phone's vibrating. Best Shooter here we have Far Cry 4. This I didn't play Far Cry 4 yet. I have the game. I never played it. Titanfall, no. Destiny, no. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, no. And my vote was actually for Wolfenstein: The New Order. And I don't think a lot of people actually played Wolfenstein: The New Order as heavily because it's a single player only game, you know, and the first person shooter genre is pretty much saturated and is more or less it's multiplayer and FPS they're like one and the same, you know. So I actually voted for Wolfenstein: The New Order. And keep in mind that this system, the way they did the Game Awards this time, is that they actually had a committee of people who professionally awarded these games their categories. It wasn't actually like a voting system. You could vote, but it just meant nothing. It just was you saying, "Oh, this is what I think." So it wasn't vote. I actually really appreciate that because before a lot of fanboys went on here and said, "Oh, well, I never played Destiny, I never played Far Cry 4, I never played Titanfall, I never played Wolfenstein, but I played Call of Duty, so, and I love Call of Duty, I play it every year, so vote for Call of Duty." And that's what people would do, you know? It's like, people would not even play any of these games, or they'd be a huge fan of one of those particular games, and they would just vote for it every single time, even though it wasn't that great in that category. So Wolfenstein: New Order was absolutely fantastic. I heard Far Cry 4 plays a lot like Far Cry 3, and so I wouldn't have given it to that because it is a very similar game to its predecessor in terms of core gameplay. But Wolfenstein: New Order had my pick, but it did not win, unfortunately. Far Cry 4 won. Now, Games for Change was an interesting category. It's a brand new category. It's basically a game that had a message about society or the direction we're headed in. And which won this was Valiant Hearts: The Great War, and it was competing against This War of Mine, The Last of Us Left Behind, which isn't an individual. See, the way they did this is Games for a Change. They treated The Last of Us Left Behind as if it was a standalone game, and it wasn't. It was actually DLC. You know, it's like, as much as I loved Outlast, the Whistleblower DLC, it was not a standalone game. Even though it was just as long as the main game itself and really good, it's still a DLC, so you can't really count it technically as its own individual game, even though it can very well be. So I don't know why The Last of Us Left Behind is on here. I think maybe they're just looking for other games and they just couldn't find anything. But yeah, Valiant Hearts: The Great War won against those. I want to play Never Alone, but I haven't yet. So that is a game I have my eye on. Best Score Soundtrack. Destiny actually won that, and it was competing against Transistor, Sunset Overdrive, Child of Light, and Alien Isolation. I actually voted for Alien Isolation, primarily because they actually used the original soundtrack from the game or from the movie, excuse me, and it was such a great fan service to do that. Like, if any of you guys watch the movies and they have those tones in there, they used the same exact soundtrack from the movie and put it into this game, and it just was fantastic. Everything was like on cue. When the alien came in, the music started getting like a little bit more intense. It was just excellent the way they did that. Destiny had good music, but it wasn't like, I wasn't blown away by it, you know? Sunset Overdrive actually did a good job with its music too. If you're into that sort of metal, hard rock type of music. So, but Destiny won. I would have voted for Alien Isolation personally. Best mobile or handheld game. I do not play games on my phone. I hate playing games on my phone. The only games I play on my phone are companion apps. I have the Far Cry 4 poker thing on here, so when I actually do play Far Cry 4, I'm gonna be freaking rich in the game because I've been winning like hundreds of thousands of dollars in this poker mini game that they have for it. So yeah, but which one best mobile game was Hearthstone, which I believe Blizzard makes Hearthstone. So Blizzard has a lot of fans following them. So I have no doubt that they basically would have won. Bravely Default was there, Monument Valley, Super Smash Bros. 3DS, and Threes. So I never played any of those games, never will. Do not care about mobile games at all. Developer of the Year, here was a pretty interesting category. Nintendo actually won Developer of the Year, so and they were competing against Monolith Studios. They did Shadow of Mordor, Blizzard Entertainment, Telltale Games, Wolf Among Us, and Walking Dead Season 2, and Ubisoft Montreal, which was they did Watch Dogs, didn't they? So, but Ubisoft, to be honest with you, is in a very dark place. They are. Let's just be honest. This year was an awful year for them, with the exception of a very, very few games like Child of Light and trying to think of other stuff. And that's pretty much it. But pretty much every single game that they released this year was trash, or that a lot of people they had some sort of hard controversy surrounding it. I shouldn't say trash, but because I did like some of the games, but they had every single game they released this year had huge controversy surrounding it. Watch Dogs with the graphics downgrade, Assassin's Creed Unity with its bugginess, and The Crew was also had some controversy surrounding its beta, and a lot of people aren't really impressed with it. So yeah, Ubisoft is in a very dark place. I have no they have a lot of great upcoming games, it looks like, but they have a long way to go to get back to the top. I mean, people like EA now more than they like Ubisoft at the moment. So, I think I voted for Telltale, to be honest, and the reason I voted for Telltale is because they had so many games coming out this year. And just think about it: The Wolf Among Us, which was excellent, by the way, The Walking Dead Season 2, which was good. They also had Game of Thrones, which I heard people were really enjoying, and also Tales from the Borderlands, which I heard people were really enjoying. So you had like all these episodic series starting up like around the same time, and they were just working crazy over at Telltale Games. So I voted for them. Nintendo won. I have no problem with that. So okay, best sports or racing game. I don't like how sports and racing is in the same category. But Mario Kart 8 won, and I don't know why Mario Kart 8 is in there. It's not really a sports game. I mean, it's a racing game. Well, I guess sports / racing. But I personally voted for Forza Horizon 2. And there was also FIFA 15, NBA 2K15, and Trials Fusion, which I haven't played yet. But Mario Kart 8 won. Mario Kart's fun. I mean, everyone enjoys Mario Kart, but I personally voted for Forza Horizon 2. Okay, best fighting game. This went to Super Smash Bros. Wii U. I mean, like, why would you not think it would, right? It was competing against Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Super Smash Bros. 3DS. I mean, I heard that people, although enjoyed the 3DS version, like the Wii U version is just much better. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Did I pronounce that right? Ultimax. And then Killer Instinct Season 2. So, yeah, I mean, Super Smash Bros. is insanely popular, so people really enjoyed that. Best Action Adventure, and I have a problem with one of the games that are on here, alright? Shadow of Mordor won Best Action Adventure, and it was competing against Sunset Overdrive, Bayonetta 2, Assassin's Creed Unity, and this is the game I have a problem with that's on here. Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation is not an action-adventure game. It's a stealth game. It's a hardcore stealth game. And survival horror. There's no survival horror category. And you looked at all the things that were out in 2014, and 2014, especially this generation, is really looking like it's going to revive the classic, very missed hardcore survival horror games that a lot of people were really missing, and a lot of people really enjoyed in the past. Alien Isolation is not a freaking action adventure game, and I hate that it's in here. I voted for it because it was a fantastic game, and I definitely liked it more than Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor was good too, but yeah. It's not. I'm sorry. It does not deserve to be in this category. I mean, the general gamer does not enjoy stealth and slow paced games. They enjoy more games like Shadow of Mordor or Assassin's Creed Unity, that are on here. Assassin's Creed Unity wasn't going to win anything because of the state that it's in. Bayonetta 2 didn't sell that much. A lot of people didn't play it, and I think a lot of people were pissed because it's an exclusive to Nintendo, which, just buy the console. I mean, seriously. If you really want to play it that bad, just buy the console. Shadow of Mordor was good, except the only problem I had with Shadow of Mordor is that it got kind of repetitive towards the end, as well as the story was just the story had a very lackluster ending, and it was not that satisfying at all. Especially the last boss battle, which was nothing but a quick time event, to be honest. Sunset Overdrive was fun, but it's ridiculous. It's kind of like not the type of game that you would think, oh, best action adventure. Alien Isolation, to be honest, should have won, but it does not deserve to be in that category. Best remaster, this is kind of embarrassing. I mean, let's be honest, like, we've had so many remasters this year that we actually had to have an own category for best remastered game, so we can award these games again for what they already won last year. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, the Master Chief Collection, The Last of Us Remastered, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Gosh. And Grand Theft Auto 5. Of course, Grand Theft Auto 5 won. I personally voted for Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, I don't own the game yet. I'm going to be getting it, but I don't own the game yet for the PS4. You can immediately see how much work they put into it, and they put a lot more work than any of these guys put in their games. I mean, I love Tomb Raider. I appreciate the Definitive Edition. I own it, but I haven't played it yet. The Master Chief Collection has issues with bugs and multiplayer. I heard like people can't get online to play. The Last of Us Remastered was really nice. It was a good upgrade, 1080p, 60 frames per second, but outside of that, it was more or less the Game of the Year edition for the game. It didn't really change much. Don't care about Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but Grand Theft Auto 5 they put an extra ton of work into. You can definitely just see it. Even though I don't own the game, I could see that. So, best performance, we had Adam Harrington as Bigby Wolf in The Wolf Among Us. Excellent. He did a really good job. Kevin Spacey as Jonathan Irons in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Melissa Hutchinson as Clementine in The Walking Dead Season 2. She did a great job as well. All these guys did a great job. And Trey Parker as various voices in South Park: The Stick of Truth. And also Troy Baker as Talion in Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Personally, I voted for Melissa Hutchinson because she did a fantastic job at playing Clementine, really portraying this emotionally disturbed and also vulnerable young girl who was just put into these extraordinary and really gruesome situations, and she really helped bring that character to life in just many different ways. So I personally voted for her. Adam Harrington did a good job as well, and everyone here did a great job. But the winner was Trey Parker. He did multiple voices in South Park: The Stick of Truth, so he won. But I personally voted for Melissa Hutchinson. And again, I never played South Park: A Stick of Truth. I'm not interested in. I just don't find the whole turn-based RPG combat system intriguing. Plus, I don't even watch the show, so I don't even have that to go on. Best narrative. We have the winner of that was Valiant Hearts: The Great War. I never played that one, but The Wolf Among Us was there. The Walking Dead Season 2, South Park: The Stick of Truth, and Wolfenstein: A New Order. I personally voted for Wolfenstein: A New Order because still to this day, in my opinion, Wolfenstein: A New Order has the best storyline of 2014. Still to this day, out of all the games I've played, it still has the best story in my opinion. So I absolutely loved Wolfenstein: A New Order. I think it deserves Best Shooter as well as Best Narrative. But I never played Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Apparently it's a great game. So, but yeah. Wolf Among Us was good. I would have to say that if I had to choose something other than Wolfenstein, it would have to be The Wolf Among Us, because that was just a very intriguing story. I liked The Wolf Among Us more than I liked Walking Dead Season 2, and I did like both that too, but yeah, there you go. Best Independent Game. In this category, Shovel Knight was the winner, and that's an iconic game, so it was competing against Monument Valley, Broken Age Act 1, Transistor, and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I personally voted for The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. The game was absolutely beautiful. It was very, very well done. It was scary at times, and it was just very mysterious. and it was a technological marvel, to be honest, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. So I voted for that personally. I never played any of these other games. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is the only one I played, so that's really why I voted for it. And it was also a great game, to be honest. Game of the year. Here's the one everyone wants to know. By now, you should have probably already heard. But Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year. It was competing against Hearthstone. I don't know why that's in there. Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor, Dark Souls 2, and Bayonetta 2. If this was personally... I did not like the games I had in this category, to be honest. I didn't. If I had control over what games went in this category, I would have chose this. Wolfenstein: A New Order. I probably would have thrown Bayonetta 2 in there because I really enjoyed the first game. I haven't played the second one. I don't own a Wii U. But Bayonetta 2. Dragon Age Inquisition, I guess you can put in there. I wouldn't have put Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor in there. I'm sorry. I think the story, the way it ended, wasn't really that satisfying. I also think that the gameplay got a little bit repetitive towards the end. And so I wouldn't have included that. But it was a big release. Everyone was really looking forward to it, so that's why it's in there. I would have put what's that other game? Alien Isolation I would have put in there. And if I had to choose one more, I could see why Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor would be in there. A lot of people I see why it would be in there. I'm trying to choose other games other than that, even though I did enjoy that one. See, the thing about Game of the Year is that it has to be just a game that's excellent in terms of quality, and they had a variety of games here for their nominees. But to be honest, I mean, some of these weren't games that a lot of people necessarily played. Like I never played Hearthstone, and I doubt most of you guys have ever played Hearthstone. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a lot of you guys have played Hearthstone. I'm like the only one who didn't. I don't know why it's sitting there competing against Dragon Age Inquisition and Shadow of Mordor. I think it's a card game, right? Isn't Hearthstone like a card game? Or something like a trading card game? I have no idea, but it's competing against all these AAA games. I just don't know why it's in there. But yeah, that's probably what I probably would have added those games to it. But Dragon Age Inquisition won. Overall, what I do have to say is that the Game Awards 2014 was a very nice upgrade from what we saw in the previously, and they really just did a good job making it more professional, making it more widely, just making it more enjoyable overall. I really like the fact that it was long, and I like the fact that it was professionally done. They had a lot of great people there, like actors and reveals and stuff like that. We got to see some Metal Gear Online footage, and Kiefer Sutherland was actually on stage talking about his experience and how much he can see gaming being such a future entertainment medium, and that was really enjoyable, and we also had a lot of other great people out there talking, and that was just really nice. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Maluka, she does music and stuff on YouTube that's game themed, right? She has an amazing voice, and she was actually on there singing the Dragon Age Inquisition theme, and that was just very well done. So they had a really great performance. Imagine Dragons was there performing. So overall, I have to say that it was just light years better than what we had previously. It was very well done, and I believe it can still get better. And I think next year, seeing how great of success this was and all the feedback that they're going to be giving or receiving rather, we're going to get like a really good show. So the next step for this is to really get it aired on television on standard, public TV stations. We're talking like ABC, Fox, those type of channels, CNN, I don't know. But, those type of channels where people actually join in it, and like the type of channels that they would show the Emmys on, those type of channels. So we need to have something like that. I would love to see them have like a red carpet thing, very similar. Again, this is just going to take time because gaming's almost there, but we're still getting there. That's the thing. Like we're such the most successful entertainment medium out there at the moment, but we're still this niche thing, and we're still climbing the stairs to get up there to the big boys, even though that we're basically we're more successful. We're basically like the little brother. We're like the little kid that has like two brothers, and the two brothers are up there, and they're like, everyone respects them and stuff, and everyone respects the little kid. He has all this success. He's doing really well for himself, but he's not up there with his brothers yet. So that's kind of like what where we're at the moment. So we're almost there. We'll get there. But so far, I really enjoyed this show. I really like the way that they did it, and I hope that next year can be even bigger and better at the same time. So, thanks guys for watching. Enjoy your day, and let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I'll see you later.